Welcome everyone to my second Mirror Cup tournament, this one of the Twilight variety. I got 15 minutes and 4 rounds to do it, so let's jump right into it. Round 1, our day 1 sparring partner Michelle. We lead Bite Drapion, she leads Golbat. We are going to do as many bites as physically possible. Now Golbat knows Poison Fang and Shadow Ball, so they're not going to really hurt us. Hers is Legacy. She threw that in my face when she first got it. We will go right into a Sludge Bomb here when she switches out to her Azumarill. Now we're going to try to do as much charm damage as possible here. We know that Ice Beam is not going to KO us, but the second one will. And we should be able to get to a Meteor Mash before she is able to finish us off. This will either burn a shield, which it does, and now we're able to get 2 more charms in. And that's going to put us in a really good spot, up a shield, bringing our Bite Drapion back in to finish off that Azumarill. Now we're going to go right into an Aqua Tail here after we overcharge a little bit. And because she has no shields, we're able to swap into our Azumarill. She swapped into a Golbat, which gives us the A-OK to go into that Ice Beam. And now we are going to be able to take a couple foul plays here because that Umbreon has some energy. And Azumarill is quite the tank. I think I've said that over 1 billion times. We get the Play Rough, couple bubbles, and round 1 is done. So game 2 of round 1, we lead Bite Drapion again. She switches it up and goes Azumarill. Good thing about this is that we still have that Sludge Bomb, so we're going to end up shielding this Ice Beam here and swapping into our Azumarill. Now she ends up swapping into that Golbat. We're going to go right for that first Ice Beam here. She blocks, but because we were able to overcharge a little bit on that Azumarill, we can take that Poison Fang, although it is super effective. This Ice Beam is going to get blocked, and now we still have shield advantage. So this is exactly what we want. We can still take another Poison Fang, get to that Ice Beam, and we are able to get rid of that Golbat, which is really good for the rest of our squad. She's going to bring her Azumarill in. We're going to try to get to Play Rough, but lucky for us, she uses her energy. So now she's starting at neutral energy again. We still have that shield, so we are going to use it because Sludge Bomb is going to be super effective. Now she swaps into our Alolan Marowak. We go into our Bite Drapion that has that Aqua Tail, super effective, as well as Bite being super effective because Marowak is part Ghost. So we absorb those hits. Get hit with that Bone Club, but because Marowak is on neutral energy, we're able to charge up a little bit. Have 1 Mud Bomb for that Marowak, and this Sludge Bomb for that Azumarill. So we were able to advance from round 1 victorious, and now we go into round 2 with our Zone Bro, Sackneat, with the Gold Bat. So in this particular matchup, we're going to charge up to our Aqua Tail. Unfortunately, Golbat is relatively spammy, so we guessed correctly on that Poison Fang, because Shadow Ball would have done a decent amount of damage to us. We're trying to bite him down. Didn't think he had a Shadow Ball again, so we decide not to block, and that gives us the 1 Pokemon advantage. We see his Azumarill, and we are very aggressive to that Sludge Bomb, very lucky to hit it. So this is going to burn a shield and put us in a great position for the rest of the match. We decide to coat with our Golbat, which is going to be able to spam Poison Fangs at a rapid rate. We have to block this because Ice Beam will pretty much one-shot us. He switches out to that Drapion. We switch to our Clefable. Now, counting fast moves, only enough for an Aqua Tail. We let it go. Charm is doing a bunch of damage, but so is that Bite. So we want to double shield here because we have that Meteor Mash ready for his Azumarill in the back. And that's going to burn that last shield. So that puts us in a position where Charm is just doing so much damage here. that we are able to get that Poison Fang, which saves us from being annihilated by that Ice Beam. Wow, that was close. We switch it up. Clefable against Golbat. Unfortunately for us, that Poison Fang is going to do almost half damage, so we decide to let it go. Charge up to that Meteor Mash. Fortunately, at this point, we are definitely going to have to shield here, and if he wants to keep his Golbat alive, he will also have to shield. So we make a quick swap into our Drapion here, just because Golbat's moves are not going to be very effective here. We're able to get rid of that Golbat, which was becoming a nuisance, and out comes his Drapion. So we're going to overcharge a little bit because Bite takes a little while. Hit him with the Aqua Tail. We really want to get that other Aqua Tail, but he ends up downing us on Aqua Tails, and then out comes our Toxicroak. And he brings out that Dustox, which was a great play on his part. We thought we had a little bit more health there on our Clefable, but we unfortunately do not. And we go 1 Mud Bomb, 2 Mud Bombs, but that Dustox is having no part of Toxicroak. So we drop game 2 of round 2. We are in a best of 3. So double Bite Drapion action. Doing some kind of disco move out here. So we get beat to the charge move. We tried to overcharge a little bit. Hit that Aqua Tail. And that is going to put us roughly around the same energy here. He's able to beat us to that Aqua Tail. We decide to block here, hit our Aqua Tail, see if he is going to reciprocate, which he does. So he did have the energy advantage there. He must have a higher PvP IV Drapion. But this allows us to actually get a couple free charms in to get to that Meteor Mash. So that gives our Clefable a little bit of an edge here. That first Poison Fang comes, and we elect to not shield. We quick swap into our Golbat, guess correctly that it was a Poison Fang. We're going to charge a little bit more so we can try to bluff, but he beats us to the charge move. It could be a Shadow Ball, so we decide not to risk it. We overcharge more, go for the bluff, and we're able to get him to use that last shield. So that puts us in a position, because we overcharge, to use another Poison Fang. Now, we are at good enough health to resist this. And when that Dustox comes out, we have a Shadow Ball ready and waiting for him. So we're able to do almost half damage there, bring out our Clefable, and we get the clutch Meteor Mash to end the game. Wow, that was close. Round 3, our boy, IR Dragon, Golbat, Venomoth. Relatively neutral matchup. We go for the Shadow Ball here, hoping that he thinks we're bluffing. He's too good of a player to know that. We try to go for the Poison Fang, doesn't work. So we're going to come out with our Drapion here. Not sure what he has, but we decide to block. Although that Psychic is resisted, it would still hurt. But we're able to get our Drapion going a little bit. Has almost a fourth of the way through Aqua Tail. But we decide to go right for that Sludge Bomb, hoping that he does not block. And if he does, we have a shield. We swap into our Clefable, block his Meteor Mash. That's going to allow us to charm him down and have almost 3/4 of a Meteor Mash ready for his Skunk Tank. So almost one-shots him. We're able to charm him down. Game 1 is complete. Game 2, we lead Drapion. He leads Clefable. Relatively same matchup. We try to go for that Aqua Tail this time. He ends up blocking, which is great. We're able to burn that shield. Now we know that that Meteor Mash is coming, so we're going to elect to go into our Clefable, because once we block this, we'll be able to charm him down and gather energy. So we're about 60% to another Meteor Mash here. So whatever's coming is going to get hit with a few nice charms. Then we're going to go right for that Meteor Mash to burn that second shield. So Clefable is doing a really good job here. And then that Meteor Mash is absolutely annihilating Toxicroak. So we decide to let him go. Hit that bubble with Azumarill. And now Azumarill on Sableye is not a fun matchup for that Sableye. Round 3 done. The championship round. Dunebug versus myself. This is a Kingdom Cup rematch. Golbat versus Sableye. Not the best for us. We decide to shield here. And we're going to go right for a Poison Fang to try to bluff. Unfortunately, he calls our bluff, so we're going to go right for a Shadow Ball. But unfortunately, he gets that foul play. Almost one-shotting us. So we hit that Poison Fang. Didn't work out. We tried to go for that third Poison Fang, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get it. Now our Clefable comes out. It's going to get hit with a Shadow Sneak. Lucky for us, Charm is super effective against him. He's going to throw out his Azumarill. So we had a little bit of an energy lead here. So we were trying to hit that Meteor Mash. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get it. We're going to shield the Ice Beam, hit the Meteor Mash, which he is going to end up shielding. And we're going to try to go do as much charm damage as possible here. Now he ends up hitting us with a huge Ice Beam here, which is going to hurt our Drapion and gets the 1 HP Ice Beam, which we are not going to come back from because he has a Toxicroak in the back. Lost game 1, have to regroup game 2. We lead Drapion, he leads Sableye. Great matchup for us. He quick swaps to Azumarill, and we go into our Golbat. Now we're able to block this first Ice Beam here. We should almost be able to get to 3 Poison Fangs here. So we're going to charge up. First Poison Fang hits. Oh, it blocks. So we're actually able to burn that shield, go for that second Poison Fang here. Now at this point, Golbat has done us really well, so we want to use as many Poison Fangs as possible. We'll use that second shield. We're going to end up using that Poison Fang again. And he blocks again and swaps into that Venomoth. We decide to stay in, hit that last second Poison Fang, which does some okay damage. But now this really is going to allow our Drapion to come out. We're going to absorb the Silver Wind, hit that Aqua Tail, which is going to feint that Venomoth. And now that Azumarill is going to clean up our Drapion. But we have Clefable that is going to use the rest of that Azumarill as pure energy here. So now Sableye comes out and Charm is just whacking it. With this Meteor Mash, it's all over for game 2. All comes down to one game. We go Drapion, he leads with his Azumarill. Now, we are going to decide to block this first Ice Beam here and charge up to that Sludge Bomb. But he's too good of a player. He blocks a Sludge Bomb. We swap over to our Clefable. We're going to get hit with the first Ice Beam here. And he swaps into that Venomoth, which was a really great play on his part. We tried to get that Meteor Mash. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, so we shield. Hit that Meteor Mash. He is also going to shield. So we're going to go right for our Golbat. This may have been a misplay on my part. However, we're going to get hit with a Silver Wind here, which isn't that effective. We have a full Poison Fang ready. And I go straight for the Shadow Ball and swap into the Drapion to hit some bites. But he is able to switch into that Azumarill. And unfortunately, I got greedy and I was not able to hit that Sludge Bomb. When if I ended up doing that Aqua Tail, it would have been minimal damage, but it may have prevented me from winning this match. And his Azumarill cleans it up. Great games. Thank you everyone for coming out, and enjoy